Good evening everyone, welcome to the stream. I hope you had a wonderful day. Today we do a flight from Algeria to Saint-Étienne in France. So it's an ONAIR company manager flight actually, with a British Aerospace 146-300 from Just Flight. So we are here in the middle of nowhere, it seems. This is the place where we landed last week with ONAIR company manager. So today we will depart here and we will fly to France. Flight time will be around 1 hour and 34 minutes, something like that. So this is a quick overview of the airport, not much to see. Today we fly to Saint-Étienne. That's a freeware airport, a very nice one. So we will check that out later. So this is our plane. Today we fly in the colors of Eurowings. They don't fly that plane anymore, but yeah, we just need a livery. So first things first, I will show you the map for today. It's actually very simple. I had a lot of troubles with Navigraph and the airports until I realized something was not marked, and then after it worked. But this is a simple flight plan, and so straight away. So there we go. I also can show you that on this one, maybe a bit easier to see or better to see. So that is that, and then we go to ONAIR company because we need to load up the airplane, and then we enter the world here. And so this is ONAIR online airline manager, and then we have our flight actually ready. So this is our plane that we use, and then we need to load up the plane. I already selected the flight, so we go actually here we need to be, and we can load everything in the plane. We have no passengers today, only cargo. So we transport perfumes to Saint-Étienne. So 11,113 kilograms in total. Then I need to go to a sim brief to see what how much fuel we need. So actually 9,362. I will load up as much as possible because there's always a difference, and we can do that. So I will take full fuel because I will see that it will be different. So we need to validate fuel and payload, and then we also take the flight attendant with us. Otherwise we need to pick up them after, or they need to take another flight. So we will take them with us. We don't need them now, but we need them after. So this is our gross weight, so we are good to go. So validate, and then it will load. So it takes 5.6 minutes to load up. So this can go aside. So then we jump into the plane. So here we are. So welcome in the British Aerospace 146-300, and this is our cockpit. We will close the door, and there we go. And there is a helicopter next to us. So also I will put on the webcam. I didn't do that yet. So here I am. welcome, welcome. So the doors are open, we are loading everything what we need, ground power is available, and the rest will come. So first of all we do ground power, we do that, and then we go to here, avionics masters and stuff, so we can use the FMC. We do the yoke away, and then we go to our flight plan. So we go to the second page here, route menu, and then we load the flight plan from the sim brief. So I'm checking sim brief. So Eddie is here. Hello, hello, welcome to the stream. Also Ben, welcome to the stream as well, and Elliot also for you. Hope you're all doing fine. I see that Elliot has some troubles with sim update 10, and he needed to reinstall the simulator, so that's bad luck, because it takes a lot of time to reinstall that. So we will take the first one. So we will load everything. And then we also need to ask ground for departure to the north. The sound is off from the ATC. I don't know what's going on, but it's not so loud now. So actually we need to go to a runway 05. So we need to change that. We'll do that quickly. 05, and then in generate, and then we can continue. So I'll put 05 in. Can we change? No, cannot change that from here. Doo-doop, doo-doop. So we'll execute that for now, and then we go to the next page, and then departure, and then we change that here, 05, execute. And then for our arrival will be, let me see, runway 35. So that's air nav, no ILS today. And then we need the first one, I believe, that one, and then we execute as well. And we go to the next page. I'm sorry for my voice. And then we go to the second page. We have this con here. We delete that and execute that, and then we see that is actually everything what we have, because here already runway 35. So I need to go also to navgraph and see that if everything is correct, that we don't have the same problems as the two last times, that it makes the final turn way too short and too close to the airport actually. So we need IMH 35, so that's that one. So yeah, that's a good one. So we have a nice approach, I believe, so we don't need to change everything or anything. So we just check, so looks good, and for the rest we don't need anything for now. So we check again an ONAIR company. So this is ONAIR company, it's loaded. Elliot, welcome, hello, welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you're doing fine, and glad to hear that you need to reinstall your simulator. That's a real pain in the ass, because it takes a lot of time. How did you know I was having issues with a sim update 10? Well, it was on your Discord. I saw that there. And so that's why. And so we have everything what we need. Everything is loaded up. And then actually I need to go to start tracking, but why I don't find that? So there we have the first issue. Normally it should load up. Elliot just got back from the C152 flight. Oh, and how was it, mate? Did you enjoy it? Because it's very nice. It's also a nice airplane. I really like that one. So in the meantime, I'm trying to figure out why I cannot track the flight. So the reason was because I selected the flight attendants here, so they don't need to be working now. So actually you need to deselect them here, and they just fly as passengers, and then you can fly now. So that was the problem, and for the rest everything stays the same. So we will do that, and then we will track the flight immediately. So we start tracking, and we wait for that, and then we can continue. So on this program we don't need to do anything anymore, so that can go. We just keep it running, and then we continue with preparing our plane. So first we're gonna power up this, and we do the test. And I will also board the passengers on a look air tool. So temperature is 36 degrees Celsius, so we need to actually select that. Here it says 34, we will take 36. So there we go, and then we can turn that off again. So we don't need that for now. Cruising altitude 28,000 feet, so that is our cruising altitude. Elliot, it was brilliant. Oh, very good. But I figured out that already that it will be brilliant, because everyone loves that, to fly an airplane. Elliot, reinstalling all of my community folder. Alright. Yeah, it's a lot of work, and as the years will pass, it will be more and more work if you need to do that. So that's the problem with a simulator like that. So we are overloaded. I was also testing today some things with this plane, because and that's also in the poll today, the takeoff distance for this plane. It's hard to get that, because we have a problem for our next flight when we leave Saint-Étienne next week for another flight, because the runway is normally long enough, place enough, but it's very tricky to make it. So I need to see that something is not right. Because we are way too heavy, so maybe I need to reload it. Like this we cannot take off, so there we go. So that's good. Normally ONAIR company needs to do that, but it seems not working together. I don't know where the fault is. Is it with the plane or ONAIR airline manager? I don't know what it is. So let's continue. And we go to here. We can turn on those, and then AC pump, DC pump, PTU can come on, and then also the fuel pumps. Oops, and that was not the intention. Batteries need to be on as well.
Nach Stuttgart. Mein Name ist Martin Alters, bin der Kapitän auf diesem Flug. Mit mir im Cockpit mein Kollege Matthias Straube. Unsere Flugvorbereitungen sind jetzt abgeschlossen. Erwarten jetzt die Startfreigabe in den nächsten Minuten.
We can start the EPU.
Landen, die Flugzeit etwa 40 Minuten, also recht zügig.
And then we can also turn on some lights.
Nahezu wolkenlos, die Temperatur plus 26 Grad Celsius. Wir wünschen einen angenehmen Aufenthalt bei uns an Bord. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard your wing service 2073 to Stuttgart. My name is Martin Alters, I'm the captain on this flight. With my flight deck first officer Matthias Straube. Operations will shortly be completed, expecting on-time arrival in Stuttgart. Flight time today 40 minutes.
Elliot, you always forget to install something. Yeah.
Temperatures about plus 26 degrees. We wish you a pleasant stay on board. Cabin crew, outdoors and cross-check.
So we fly at 28,000 feet. We will set that. So that is 28,000 feet. Alright, that is set. APU is started, so we can put APU air and APU generator. And actually we can turn on this one off. External power can come off. And then we can also delete that. So APU is running. And then we can continue. We turn on all the fuel pumps, and then we can start the engines. I think we are pretty much ready for it. Just check everything. Okay, so stairs can go. Also, the door will close. And there we see that the stairs going in. And then we can also close the door. And then we are ready for. Okay, so we are ready. So master switch on, and then engine 4, that's the one we start first, and then we can start engine number 4. When it's 20 we can add fuel, so we can do that now, and there we go, add fuel.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
And then we can also turn this on. is brake temperature. Not that we need it, but okay. Ben, yo. Hallo Ben. Ik hoop dat alles goed is met u. En dat je een beetje kunt genieten van de avond. So, welcome Ben. I'm glad to have you here. I hope you are doing fine. We just started up engine number 4. We will check. And that is running, it seems. And that's a good thing. Then we can start engine number 3. We keep that 1 second, and then it's the same again. When we have 20, we can add fuel. So 4 engines, of course, it takes a little bit longer. But the flight is not so long today, so 1 hour and 34 minutes flight time. So that is okay. So engine number 3 is starting. Meantime, we can put on the flight director. We put that on air nav. So there we go. It's a little bit crisscross, but that's how I start this plane. I don't follow the plan actually, the checklist. So engine number 3 is started, so engine number 2 can be started, and there we go. And once again, if we have 20, then can add fuel, and then it will start. So today we will start on flaps 30, because we are pretty heavy, and on some runways it don't work with flaps 18, and this is a plane that is actually made for shorter runways, but it has some problems on shorter runways, and it says, and I will not say it yet, how much meter it needs to take off, but even on a longer runway it's very tricky. So yep, we need a flaps 30 at least for Saint-Étienne, if we need to depart there next week fully loaded, and then even then it will be tricky. So engine 2 is started. We start engine number 1. Once again 20, and then we can continue. So we can add fuel, so that is that. Meantime we can also start the radar, not that it's working, but just for fun. Once engine number 1 is started, we can also go here and program this. So you have here also the V2 speed and VR speed, as you can see. 8 with flaps 18, 146, flaps 24, 135, and flaps 30, 127. So we will try that one today. We have also flaps 33, but we cannot use that for takeoff. I didn't know we could use flaps 30 for takeoff, but since today I know. So we can also power this up, and then we put it on takeoff mode. And so generator 1 can come on as well, and 4, but first we need to turn off this, and there we go. Also anti-ice can come off again, and then we start all this. And then pack 1 as well. And we'll put this on auto. Engine pump 2 and engine pump 3. Brake fans on auto. What else we have? All the lights are on. This is set as well. PAX is on. And I forgot this one. Eyes detect. So everything is ready. We set taxi lights on. So there we go. We check the outside. And the helicopter is still there. Let's check here. We put that up. So everything is ready, it seems. And then we also click here. And then we set flaps to 30. So this is normally 18. It goes pretty far. That's 24. Where we go now. And then the last step is 30. So we will take a flaps 30 today. So we see flaps 30. We release a parking brake and we do the takeoff test. No alarm, that's good. Parking brake on. So we are ready to go. Just we need to set everything here. That's the last thing we need to do. So then you can see what we need here. 125, around that. That's what we need on flaps 30. So release parking brake. And then we go to runway 05. And there we go. And the plane is not moving because we have still the shocks on. It was one thing that I forgot. Also, we can turn this on. And voila. Can we have a VNAV already? LNAV. Okay, that's also set. So there we go. So this is a very nice plane. Only the performance is a little bit, or takeoff performance is a little bit off, I think, because now here we have place enough to take off, but next week if we depart in Saint-Étienne in France, then it will be very tricky. Because we just need all the runway, and the runway is actually more than long enough there, but we really need all the runway, and we need to be very careful because it's the minimum speed that we have, and if we pull a bit too much on the yoke, then we will stall. And with ONAIR company mostly we are fully loaded, so and I see that we still have a message here. Anti-skid. Alright. So today no ILS and just AirNav. I tested the landing already, but the landing will be no problem on the runway. I was just doing some practice with the settings, and I can already tell the landings were not good. I think I made 3 landings they were not good. And I was just testing out, so landing, departing, landing, to see what flap configuration I needed to have a decent takeoff. But whatever I tried, nothing worked good enough actually. So actually I didn't do my pushback, so also the flight attendants don't do any safety briefing, and that's not the problem because there are also no passengers on board, and we just transporting perfumes to France. So we hold short here. Then you hear that ATC is today very soft. I don't know why it comes. So we also needed to turn that on. And then lights, takeoff lights. There we go. And then there was one light that we still need to get rid of. And that's anti-skid. There we go. That's the one that we also forgot. And then we are good to go, I believe. And it says only 88% because it's maybe we need to put it just a little bit lower so we have a bit more performance. So we put it on 30, so we have 91.2%. So we have a little bit more performance. Because with this plane you need all the performance you can have. So we will go to the end of our runway 05. We will turn there and then we line up. And then we are out of here. It's way too hot here. Like 36 degrees Celsius. So, and then we go to Saint-Étienne. Saint-Étienne, a free airport that you can download. So, and it works fine, no problems with that airport. So, very happy with it. First I wanted to fly to Switzerland, but it was a little bit longer, so around 2 hours. But since I had some problems with SimBrief and, well, actually it was for any airport, I figured out that after 3 hours trying. So, but at the end I solved it. So we line up here, and I believe we are set up perfectly. We do a last check. Okay, no alarm, and then we can go. So a 1 and a 2 and a 3, we power up. And since my co-pilot don't say anything, so that's also weird. Normally it says something. I don't know why it's not saying anything now. So we would need 125. As you can see already, it goes very slow. So normally this runway should be long enough, and as you can see it's on flaps 30. Takes so long. And this runway is longer than Saint-Étienne. And as you can see, we need to take off now. Very slowly. Gear up. Flaps up to flaps 24. And we need to make some speed. And that's the problem with this plane. It is not so powerful. We go to flaps 18 and then we try to speed up. If we need to climb very fast, it is not possible. So Elliot, you didn't get the callouts from the co-pilot either. Yeah, sometimes it's okay, sometimes not. So we are at 3,200 feet. I'll put the autopilot on, but we need to make some speed before we retract the flaps completely. So in front we see some mountains. We need to get over there. And that's a little bit of an issue with if you are fully loaded. I will retract the flaps now completely, and then I hope it will not go wrong and we can make some speed. Make some speed so we can climb after. So we go to 250 knots. We try to get that and then we can climb. So flaps are completely retracted. Still not 250 knots. So I think I just might need to do something with the performance of this plane, or I do something wrong, but I heard also other people complain about it. So actually that's my only complaint, because this plane is made for shorter runways. So we need to get some speed before we climb more. We are at 5,000 feet. We need 250 knots. So autopilot is off. There we go again. So it's normal that we have some alright, so I get some notifications that we bang too hard, and that's the plane doing, and I'm nothing doing with it. So the plane is just banking way too hard. If I turn on the autopilot, so we try to turn. And I don't do anything, it's just banking way too hard. So I try to get on our flight path. So that give me some bad points for ONAIR company, because our it's fragile stuff that we need to deliver, so we cannot do those things. So in meantime, 7,200 feet. We have 250 knots indicated, and so we are climbing to 10,000 feet. And we are back on course. Like this, it's a nice scenery, but yeah, not much people that living here, it seems. Just there we have a city, but other than that we don't see much. So then we will cross the sea, and then we come in France, and then we will land in Saint-Étienne. It's I think it's not far from Lyon, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And so we are climbing at 1,500 feet a minute. Slowly but carefully we climb. So actually we need to change now to synchronize. And there we go. We have 10,000 feet, so lights can come off. And there we go. And I forgot also our strobe light. That give me also some penalty points. And slowly but carefully we are climbing 10,000 or almost 11,000 feet. So now we can also put off the APU air. That's what we can put off now. And now I'm checking the checklist, and also AC pump can go off, PTU can go off as well, and APU and master switch can go off. Oh, that's the wrong one. Alright, so this is the master switch, so APU off. And also fasten seatbelt can go off as well. 12,000 feet. Lions, hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing fine. Yeah, just an announcement, but I don't hear anything. I don't know where that sound is coming from. It's pretty loud. G877, hi mate, I see the critical part takeoff was passed successfully. I'm proud. Well, yeah, thank you very much, and also welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you are doing fine. The critical part, yeah, is past, but now we have a problem with actually climbing. It's climbing really very slow, like less. Now it's climbing a bit, but like let's say 1,000 feet a minute. It's going very slow. I don't know what I do different than the last time. Yep. So I don't know what's going on. And next week we have actually a bigger problem, because the airport where we land today is big enough to land, also big enough to depart normally, but with this plane, nope. It's more than long enough, but even at flaps 30 it will be very tricky. So I don't know if we can make it next week, so we'll see. Elliot, MCT or sync? Well, I'm now on sync until we reach cruising altitude. So you do the takeoff on TO, and then you go to sync. And then you go at cruising altitude, you go to TGT. That's what I understand of it. And try MCT. Alright, we will try MCT. That gives us more power, yes. And I need to reduce a little bit. Like that. Okay. So, all right. Also, the problem on takeoff was that we were banking too hard when we were on autopilot, and so yeah, that was also not good. Okay, so MCT is better. So thank you very much. Okay, so next time from takeoff we go to MCT. So today we have no ILS landing, we have just AirNav. GH77, no experience with 146, but engine power is always a good idea. Yeah, indeed. Yeah. That's why I changed also the temperature, because higher temperature will give you a less power. So that's why. GH77, what's MCT for actually? Good question. If I know that, then I would tell you, but to be honest, I don't know. I know only the TO for takeoff, TGT for cruising, but I don't know for what TGT stands, and then descent, yeah, that everyone knows. But MCT, managed cruise throttle or something. With continuous, oh yeah, thrust, continuous thrust, maximum continuous thrust, alright. So I show a navigraph. That is not what I wanted to show. Let me check out. So that is what I wanted to show. That's the map. So shortly we are over the water, and then we go to France. I didn't wanted to do this flight actually because it was too much over the water. I try to avoid water flights as much as I can in the future, especially with ONAIR company. So there are a few things that that are with the plane or with ONAIR company that are not working together, and that is the load. If you load up the plane with ONAIR company, in all the other planes it works perfectly. It loads up perfect, but in this plane nothing changed actually here, or it is not correct, filled in. But yeah, I don't know where the problem is. Is it with ONAIR company or with the plane? So Elliot, if MCT is what you use for climb, okay. You just watched just played a video on it. All right. Yeah, I already also did that a time ago, but I already forgot things, and I just need to do it by myself before I can remember it. So we are still climbing 21,000 feet, and I hear some sounds here in the cockpit. I don't know what they are or what the co-pilot is doing, but I hear some sounds. Very weird. The first time I hear it. Elliot, they used sync, yes, actually, yeah, that's what I also was using, so that's why. I think we need to put the temperature. I lowered the temperature to get more performance, because it was 36 degrees, and it gave me 88% for takeoff. And I lowered it, and then we got 90. So, and what the hell is that sound here? So our destination temperature is 22 degrees. So the sound that you hear is probably a looker tool. The people that are moving. Maybe there is a cat hiding under the pilot seat. Oh yeah. Pushy, pushy, pushy. No. So we have some views here. So today I was practicing with this airplane without much success. But yeah, at the airport where we need to land today, landing is not really a problem. At 3 landings they were not good, I can already tell you. But also the takeoff, I took off at flaps 18. That was a bummer. And I don't know if I was fully loaded. Flaps 24 was also a bummer. I was fully loaded, and then flaps 30 it worked, also fully loaded, but it was just on the end of the runway. If you saw our takeoff at Algeria, where we just left, that runway is even longer, much longer, and it was just on the end that I needed to pull up, that I adjust enough speed. So I'm afraid for next week or our next flight with ONAIR company and this beauty, I think yeah, we'll have some issues, especially when we are fully loaded. So 24,000 feet, we'll still climb softly. So today we are flying the Eurowings livery. It's just a livery. This is not a real route because we do it on our company manager. So, but yeah, we need some clothes. So we try to change every stream with on our company manager the clothes, so the livery, and then we have a bit of everything. Elliot, are you going to get the 737-600 or the 767-800 at G877? And with the balls, are you going to change your stream schedule for the 737-600 and 800? I'm not sure. I will buy it immediately or ever. Yeah. I cannot tell at this moment. I will see. It will be a last moment decision that I do. And yeah, if I buy the 600 and it comes out when we have another flight planned, yeah, maybe. But I see you were right. You said yesterday that it will be next week. But I think it will be next week. I said this week, but I guess it will be next week. So Jet 77, you don't think so? You will wait for the 777. Interesting. I think that's also a very nice plane, and actually I wish we could have that now instead of the 600. Well, you said that you were reading an article that said next week, but you that was an article from last week or something. But I also was reading something today, and that actually was from this week, and it says next week. So I'm a bit confused, but we will see. So that's why I think that it will be next week. 26,000 feet. Elliot, you watched Pilot.start videos on it? Alright. Yeah, no time to see any video at the moment. So this is confusing. Yes, it is. So it will be in this week or next week. So when the plane is ready, they will do it. They will release it, so we can enjoy it. So in meantime, we have also 11 votes on the distance that this plane needs to take off. And I see 1200 meters 18%, 1500 meters 36%, and 1800 meters 18%, 2300 meters 27%. Who's making that noise? Really? There's no one sitting in. We have no passengers. And I don't do anything. Jet 77, your latest info was also during the week, the 600 and mid-August the 800. Yes, That's what I was saying yesterday, but today I saw something else, and then there they said next week. So, and it was an article for from this week. So, G77 Miss Lazy is eating potato chips when you are not looking. Catch you. All right. Give me chips. Give me. Oh, that was not. I need to see that I don't click anything wrong, otherwise we have an issue again. Yeah. Give me chips. Grills or something. No. So we are at 27,640. And what was that? Feet. We are still climbing, so it's almost time to go over to cruise mode. Elliot, do you have rudder pedals? Nope. That makes my landing sometimes a bit tricky, because if I fly with the yoke, I only can do it with one hand, because once we are touched down, I need to steer actually with my joystick. So, and sometimes if I'm too late, we go off the runway a bit, or yeah. So sometimes it's difficult. So I wish I had that, but we cannot have everything, unfortunately. So 28,000 feet or around that, and then we can go to TGT. We also need to change that, and I need to go here. So TGT, and then we go to move that to 700, and then TGT on. There we go, and then we reduce our throttle. And then we will see what that will give us. And we just missed a boat. It seems that a little nav map also give ships on the map. So the first time that I see that, so I can show you. So here is a ship. You don't give info. Multiplayer ship, cargo ship, you know. The first time I see that. G77, at the moment I don't have enough space under my desk for better flight controls, yoke, throttle, pedals, but this might change soon. Oh, right. Well, I hope for me too, but I don't think so. I have pedals under my desk, but that are just racing pedals, and I use that. And there we get that message again. So I will just change something in my stream. Now we get rid of that. Just one moment. So there we go. So that is that. So I was saying, what I was saying, I use my racing pedals just for a left brake and a right brake. That's what I use for it. It makes it much easier to turn with some planes. So yeah. And it seems that the 700 is not enough. So we'll go to a 720. So, but yeah, rudder pedals will be easier when, especially when I fly with the yoke, and then you can steer with your feet, and you don't need to have one hand on the joystick and one hand on the yoke. So that's why. And it seems we are still, and now that sound is gone. Very weird. It's like there is someone close the window now. Suddenly. Also that sound came suddenly.
Gäste, die den Smarttarif gebucht haben, erhalten einen Snack-Beiweisung mit Wurst oder Käse inklusive eines alkoholfreien Getränks. Unseren Gästen, die gebuchten Basic-Tarif, ist selbstverständlich das Sortiment für den Aufstieg
So with this plane you need to be playing a bit with those numbers.
Interesse an etwas auf unserem Windshop haben, melden Sie sich bei uns. Vielen Dank.
Elliot, what do you mean with that? Crisp and munching?
You will find our selection in the Wings room in your place, parking in front of you. Guests who have booked the Smarter will be served, including a sandwich with a choice of cold cuts or cheese and a non-alcoholic drink. Guests booked on our basic fare can choose from the menu at the shown prices. If you are interested in something from our Wings shop, don't hesitate to contact the cabin crew. Thank you.
So I just need to see that we stay in the air. But my plane is not going faster. I don't know why that is. The sound is like someone is eating crisps. Oh, alright. Yeah, but there was also a sound suddenly that like a door was open or a window was open. It was for a whole time like that, and then suddenly it disappeared again. So we are now at 7:30. Yeah, and we will stay for a bit like that. Maybe it will speed up a bit. And we are still over the sea. And these are my different views. So this is also the cabin. And it's like a train, an old train. Here in the back. So I will give you this view. We are cruising. I will just check where we are, and then yeah, still a long way to go. So I will give you this view for 1 minute, and then I will pick up something to drink, and then I will be back, and we can continue our flight. So don't run away. I will be back in 1 minute. So I'm already back, and I see that it was a perfect timing for GH77, because it will take something to drink as well. So why we don't speed up is the day that everything don't seem to work. So we need to go there because it's very difficult from here. So we will speed up again. We need at least 250 knots indicated. So we will do that. Normally they say between 600 and 700. Now we are already at 760. So I'm wondering if I did something wrong or forgot something. I'm not sure. So we'll just wait and see. Here's my drink, some vitamins. I also need to say that if you are interested in flying on ONAIR company, I have a virtual airline there. Just to start, if you want to fly for that company, then you can do that. Cheers. The virtual company has no planes yet. I have only 4 million in cash, so we need to build it up. It seems we are getting speed now, but I can always put some money into it from this company where I'm flying with. In the meantime, I'm checking if I forgot something or did something wrong, because this is unusual. Because I was never flying at 760 here. Never before. The last time we did it, it was 720 max, but now we are gaining speed. So I hope they do an update very soon again, just right for this plane, that it gives a little bit more performance, so we can take off at shorter runways, because that's the intention actually for this plane. But if we cannot take off, or already can almost cannot take off at Algeria, where we depart today, and that runway is 2 times the length what we actually need, and we have already a problem there, and so that's a bit weird. Or if someone can tell me what I'm doing wrong. So 250 indicated now, so that's a good thing. So we go to the FMC, and we have the frequencies approach Actually, we don't need any of this. Index program. And then we see that we still have 372 nautical miles to go. So that is 57 minutes to go. That means that we are flying for 30 minutes or something. 30-40 minutes. What else we have here? I don't know if we can use this. Key not active. Alright. MCDU menu. Data link. We have weather. We have no view, so we can request. Send. Can we view it? Not yet. J77, thanks for confirming. I was a bit confused because I remember I'd read the 146 had stall capabilities when I was interested in buying it a few weeks back. Well, that was the stall. Yeah, but it's made for shorter runways, and I will go to our pole now, because I said 1200 meters. That's the runway that it needs to land. So we are talking about the 300 version of it, not the 100 or the 200, but the 300. So the 300 needs 1200 meters to land. That is not a problem. To take off, it has actually needs 1500 meters fully loaded to take off. Takeoff speed is 125 on the real airplane. You need to go to the flaps 30 on this plane to reach or take off at 125. Otherwise it's 135 or 140 as a minimum on flaps 18. So a lot of people were complaining about that, and they also said, some people said from flaps 24 is your friend, so you need to put it on flaps 24. Nobody said flaps 30. So today I was testing, and even at flaps 24 it was not possible to take off on a runway of 2300 meters. So that is the Saint-Étienne airport where we fly today. That's 2300 meters long. It is not possible. So I use flaps 30, and the config button don't give an alarm, so we can take off at flaps 30, not 33, because that's maximum flap, like it's written here. If you put it on 33, it will give an alarm, so that's not correct. So you can put it on 30 and then take off, and then the minimum takeoff speed is 125 instead of 135 or 140. So we tested that today also in Algeria when we took off. That runway is around 2980 meters long, and we needed the whole runway to take off fully loaded at flaps 30. So that's a bit of a bummer. So next week I have another flight planned with ONAIR company and this airplane for next week, and then we need to depart at Saint-Étienne in France, the airport where we're flying to today. If I'm fully loaded, it will be very tricky. Now there are no mountains around, so we have some time. We have little mountains, so we need to climb slowly, but not really fast. So we have some little bit time of to climb. Luckily, if we needed to climb fast, it was not possible to get out of there. The runway is there, 2,300 meters. We need normally 1,005, but yeah, even 2,300 meters, very tricky. I'm not the only one that is saying that. A lot of people are saying that it needs to have some more performance, takeoff performance, and then it will be a much better plane, and then you can use it for much smaller runways. But now only land on the big airports, because I will change that for until there is an update where they change that, because I can select the airports where I want to land in ONAIR manager. So now we are actually in that program at a level 3 airport where we will land today. So that's Saint-Étienne. So I need to go at least to a level 4 airport. So we need to reduce our speed a little bit before we fly too fast. That's a good thing actually with this plane, that we always need to keep an eye on the speed. Like with the Airbus and the Boeing, you can just leave it and it will follow what you planned. But here you always need to keep an eye on your speed and adjust a little bit if necessary. But other than that, it's a very nice plane. You know that I like this plane very much. And here and there you need to change something. And the more I fly with it, the more I notice things, and that's with every plane. So, and I only can say from I hope they change that, and so we can use it on smaller airports, because I bet that I can take off at Saint-Étienne with a 737 or an Airbus A320 without a problem, fully loaded. Maybe I will do that after the stream. I will test that, but with this plane it's very tricky. And it's weird that they write on the internet that the minimum takeoff speed is 125. They didn't say the flap setting, but I think if you need to depart at flaps 30, I don't think that's realistic. But I'm not an expert with planes and or this plane. GS77, your thoughts exactly. Airbus push the throttle up and later back to climb, done. Boeing push the toga button and then later activate autopilot, done. British Aerospace have a master in maths and physics. Really? Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. It is, but it's really, it makes it fun to fly. It makes it pleasant to fly. Really, it's a real experience. I really like to land this plane. It flies like a dream. Just taking off, you know. I had already a crash with it because it also don't stay straight when you are on the runway. it also don't stay straight, and it makes it very difficult to take off actually. And then now also with the performance, and that is not to the point, yeah. But this plane, you see, in the beginning we had troubles to make some speed, and now we are going maybe too fast, so I need to reduce a bit. So you're always watching your speed. You always need to do that actually, watching everything if you are a pilot. But in this plane you just not can go cutting the grass outside, and then after an hour or two you come back, and then it can go for the same money your plane is in the sea. So with the Airbus and the Boeing you can do that, but not with this plane. So actually we cannot go much to those views, and actually we don't see much than water, but and also this is not so nice, those edges. But I'm more and more becoming a fan of the Fokker, and some people will say you pronounce that a very weird, Fokker, the Fokker 70 and the Fokker 100. So more and more become a fan of that plane. So Just Flight is also working on that. I think it will be for 2023, so for next year. They are now working at for the F-28, I believe, that they are working. I'm not a fan of that plane because it's older, but the Fokker 70 and 100 is from a bit later, so I think it's from the same age as this plane, the British Aerospace 146, so it will be a bit similar. So I'm looking forward actually to have that one, and also the 777 like GH77. Also a fan of the 777, and then also the Airbus A350, I believe it is, will come. No, the 757. Sorry. So I like that one as well, the 757. Also, Just Flight is working on that one. And then also the A220. Flywire is working on that one, so I'm curious when we will see that one. I'm more excited about that one than the A380. So in the meantime, I show you a Navigraph again, and it's not showing up. Alright. And then we can see that we are still above sea. So, and we go into the direction of Marseille. And then we go to Avignon. And I think I saw Lyon. So Lyon is here, and Saint-Étienne here, so and Avignon here, and Marseille. So we are very close to Switzerland. There was also an option, 2 options in Switzerland, but one option I didn't have any plan for it. And the other option, well, that was a bit too difficult because it's between mountains. I need to make a turn and descent, and I think I'm not ready for it yet with this plane. so I didn't want to take that risk. And it was also 1 hour and 52 minutes without any problems. So yeah, next time, if I'm more confident with this plane, then we will do some tricky things with this one. But now we also need to make sure that we can land and take off again at the airport where we land. So landing it will be no problem in most cases, but taking off is a bit of a problem. So I did already 3 landings today at Saint-Étienne today. Well, those landings were not great. Totally not great. But yeah, maybe the 4th time it will be good. So it's not actually to practice my landings, it was just to do the takeoffs again. So taking off, landing, taking off, and landing again. So that's what I was doing. You see that we have still 261 nautical miles to go, and around 39 minutes to go. So we will start our descent around 19 nautical miles before our airport. Jet 77, you are usually have great landings in the 146 while ONAIR is running, so I think it will be good. Well, I hope so, it will be good. Yeah, it will be, I hope it will be good. Last landing was good. That was around 60 or something. Not exactly sure anymore, but I think it was around 60. And the landing was also very nice. It looked very nice. Also yesterday our landing with what we were flying, the Phoenix where we were flying, also the landing was good. It was around 180 or so. It was very smooth, that landing. Yeah, I was happy with that. For especially, not the numbers can be lower, but the smoothness was really great. So I was happy with that. But today I don't know how it come because I was always flying on manual control and not on autopilot. Maybe that is also one of the reasons. But yeah, the landings were not so good. I don't have numbers. I didn't run any add-ons for that. Just practicing the takeoffs and then back landing. So I had no numbers, but it was not good. I had last week landing with the CJ4, the Cessna CJ4, I believe it was. It was a fast landing, but a very nice one. Also no numbers, but it was so smooth. But it was a faster landing. If I can do that with all the planes, then it will be perfect. And it seems that the faster I land, the smoother everything goes. And so if I try to land too slow, then it don't go very good. Jet77 FPM for you is like FPS for me. As long as it feels right and the performance is good, numbers do not matter that much. And sometimes tend to disappoint a bit. Yes, indeed, correctly, very, very, very true. So yeah, it's just if you see that it's going smooth and then it's okay. But let's say that you have a landing and you float until the half of the runway and then you come down softly, then maybe your numbers are good, but was the landing good? No. So yeah, I just want to fluent go down as soft as possible, but yeah, the numbers give you an indication, but you also need to see how it how you came down. And sometimes you have very smooth, and then your nose is too long up or too high. I've also that sometimes. So yeah, that is things that we need to avoid. So Elliot, using the program page, yes, I'm using that. So 34 minutes to go, and then I will descend at around 90 nautical miles. So actually little nav map says 82, but I don't know if the plan is not really exactly the same as in my plane. So, but normally I do start my descent around 90 nautical miles. We're flying at 28,000 feet. So, yeah, and we can always adjust if necessary. So we have no ILS today, just AirNav. So actually I don't need to put in anything, but I can just check. That's not what I needed here. So our course is 354. We can put that in, but it will not work. 354. That's our course. So ILS frequency we don't have. So actually I was also tried that today to put it on nav with the course and try to land, but my buttons didn't work. Last time my buttons were working, but we had ILS landing. But if you do it this down and you select your course, don't do anything. Maybe you all know that, but I just wanted to try it out. Like I said, I'm not an expert, and I need to try everything out by myself before I can remember or know what it's doing. People can tell me that 110 times, but I always need to try it for myself. It's like you driving somewhere with your friend, and your friend is driving, and you go 10 times to the same place, and the first time you need to drive alone by yourself, and then you don't know how you need to drive. You don't remember the way, so always need to drive by myself first, otherwise I cannot remember, because you don't pay attention, I think. So I can also show you this. This is ONAIR company. It has also a map. I showed it all before, but yeah, you can exactly see where you go. So this is your runway where you need to be. 35. That's what I think it is, and otherwise we need to go to the other side. Runway is 17. So if there are people interested to join me in my virtual airline company, you feel free to do. And so if you have ONAIR company and you want to fly for my company, then welcome. I don't have any planes yet, but we can arrange something what you like to fly. So it seems that our speed is set well now. We stay just a little bit above 250 knots, so that's okay. And some people say that I like old planes. Well, I think it's true, and I like old planes. Because I was today reading an article about someone was writing something about the C-130 from the Belgian army. They are sold to Pakistan. What do you call that? Army. Pakistan army. So, and they are doing test flights this week with the planes. So also the pilots from Pakistan, they did already some training, so they will go to Pakistan. And there's also one of the planes that I like very much, and that's the C-130, but we don't have a C-130 in a Microsoft Flight Simulator, or at least one with a cockpit. So, and that's also an older plane. And then also the Fokker 170 are also a bit older planes, so I like that as well. And then also this one, the 146. And then there's also the DC-3 that comes at the end of the year in November. So all old planes. Also the A310 or the A300, also a very nice plane. So in front we see France coming, or we are coming to France. So once we are at Pont Saint-Esprit, and then we will start our descent. Don't know where that place is. Knight night, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream, mate. I hope you are doing fine. So welcome to the stream and to the chat as well. So nice to have you here. We are flying in the Eurowings livery today. It's not a Eurowings flight, but it's just the plane needs some clothes because we are flying for ONAIR company. So that is that. Director just subscribed, and welcome to the stream. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you very much, and welcome to the family. Knight night, and British Airspace 146 has been marked under the name Whisper Jet. Did you know that? Yes. Not long, not for long, but I knew it. Since I was flying it, I got actually no, not just before I was flying it, and when I saw some nice pictures of it, and then I say maybe I'm interested in that plane. And when I was reading some things about this plane, and then yeah, I saw that they called it the a whisper jet, because it's actually a silent plane, or much more silent than others. So again, Dexter, thanks for subscribing, and thank you very much, mate. Well, I was today testing with this plane, and was not actually so happy with the performance. I did the whole explanation already, but yeah, takeoff performance is not so great. I heard already people complaining about it, and yeah, I had the same problem today as well. And that will give us also a problem for next week, because next week we're flying also this plane, and we will depart at Saint-Étienne in France, the airport where we land today. And I had already problems at a runway of 2,983 meters. That's double what this one needs. So if the people that still need to vote, then you know what the correct distance is. I can show you also a little nav map. You see that we are not correctly on our route. We are always next to it. So, and then here it says 82 nautical miles that we need to start our descent. I will do it around 90. So. And the first time I saw that it also show a boat. No, it don't show anymore. Before it showed a boat. Don't know why that is good for, but yeah, it does it. So for the poll we have 14 votes. So 1,1200 meters. I will already say, and I already said it before. So 1,200 meters, we have 14%, but that is actually the distance that it needs to land in this plane. And then 2,300 meters, it has 29%. So that's actually the runway where we land at Saint-Étienne. That's 2,300 meters long. So we will land there. And then 1,800 meters, 21%. That's just a number that I put in. And then 1,500 meters for 36%. So that is actually the distance it needs to take off. But our departure airport today was 3,000 meters, and I had already problems there to get on time in the air. So then you can say 2,300 will be very tricky. But I will try to practice a bit to see if I do something wrong. And then that we are ready for next week for our flight. So where we fly to, I don't know yet, but we'll see that next week. Already try to locate our airport where we need to land, but I think we are still too far out for it. And there are so many airports here. So 131 nautical miles. We need to keep an eye on that, because around 90 we will start our descent, and then I will also check where we need to be. It's a 4,800. I will check a navigraph as well. So I will show you also a navigraph. Hope you can see it. So here we need to be at 4,800. So that is what we will put in. And normally we will come Malat. We will come here. So that's perfect. So we can straight. So 4,800. And that's what we need. So 4,800. Dexter, welcome to the stream and to the chat, and thanks for the subscription, of course. So it took you 5 minutes before you could say something. I needed to do that because otherwise there is too many spam in the chat. So sometimes I have no problems with that, and sometimes they don't stop. So that's why I needed to put it on subscriber only. So Dexter, looking forward to the Fokker from Just Flight as well. Also Milvis is working on the ATR 600. That one maybe not an old plane through. Yeah, I never flew or saw the ATR 600, but maybe I'm interested as well. I need to check that out. I know that the plane a bit, but yeah, the cockpit is always very important for me, and what you can do with it is also important for me, because I fly on ONAIR company, so I try also to make it useful for that. So that's why. But at least the Fokker, I'm sure it gets my my attention actually, the 70 and the 100, not so much the F28, because that's way too old. It has also no FMC, so I like to have an FMC, and yeah, but 70 and 100 will have that. So, and then yeah, the ATR 600. 72 600. So all the nice planes actually I like, but there will come so many planes, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And a lot of streamers, they stream only the big jet, the newer ones, but sometimes it's also nice to fly with a little bit smaller one and an older one. But it's nice to have someone that is also interested in the Fokker. But maybe you are a European, or from Belgium or Holland or something. If I see you on your name, and Fokker is from Holland, so maybe you are from Holland? No? Just guessing. So we just need to keep an eye on this 100 nautical miles, so 10 to go, and then we start our descent, and then the extra ATR also high wing and high tail, but I reckon the cockpit is more modern, I think. Well, yeah. Dexter, close Germany. Oh, another German. Welcome, welcome from Germany. Germany. I'm from Belgium, but there is another one here from Germany as well. So yeah, welcome. So also neighbor, there is the other German, GH77 is from Germany as well. So we will start our descent. And there we go. And then we also put it on descent mode. And there we go. We reduce the throttle as well. And there we go. And then we will start our descent. I need to help a little bit, it seems. I will do that at 1500 feet, around that. Maybe we need to adjust a little bit. GH77, actually a Fokker was founded in Germany, as far as you know, before it was transferred to the Netherlands after World War I. Or two, what is that? And I'm sorry, my eyes are very bad. Sometimes I don't know what it is, but sometimes they are so bad, and sometimes I can see perfectly. And so I cannot actually not see if that is 1 or 2. Sorry, but I thought it. Oh, 1. Okay, thank you. So I thought it was completely from Holland, because also KLM is was flying with that one. So I thought it was from Holland, but I can be wrong, of course. So we just started our descent, 1500 feet a minute, around that we will descend, and then we adjust at the when we need it. And so, yep. Night Fokker was Dutch manufacturer, named after its founder Anthony Fokker. The company operated under several different names, starting out in 1912 in Schwerin in Germany, moving to the Netherlands in 1919. Alright, thank you very much, Night. Always nice to have information. That's what I like. Elliot, my GoPro recorded my whole flight in the Cessna 152. I may send it to you. Toppy, mate, toppy. Thank you very much. Really, I really appreciate it. And I really like to see that when people are flying and training and taking flight lessons. It's very nice, really. So now I need to check our airport. Airport is LFMH. MH. If I find that somewhere in my thing here, that will be fantastic. What is that? MH. And if I don't find it on time, then I just land where I think I want to land. It's still not here. So if it actually exports, okay, Elliot. GH77, same mate, I was watching your stream on mobile yesterday, but I could not read the chat at all, so I didn't write either. And I have the S22 Ultra, and so it's really a large display. Alright, well, I have 3 screens, and sometimes on one screen it goes better, and because I have 2 shots here on my left and on my right, sometimes if I look right, then it goes better. But yeah, but sometimes I have also glasses, but sometimes it's just not working, because sometimes I look good, I can see very clearly, and sometimes it's so bad that even glasses don't work, and sometimes it works perfect with glasses, but it depends from time to time. So yeah. So G77 need to get reading glasses soon, I guess. Yeah, well, for me it's a boat with in one glass, so reading and further distance. Elliot is from the GoPro Hero 9, so the footage is 4K or maybe 5K. You forgot. So you are the person sitting on the left. G77, oh yes, flying the real plane in real life must be great. Yes, indeed, indeed, and with a nice Cessna 152. I like that cockpit. I really like that one. Elliot, the video is over an hour long on the whole flight, so I can go through it all, so you will have to find which part you wanna watch. Right. Oh, nice, nice, nice. An hour long wait. This is really nice, huh? I'm very happy for you that you can do that, because there are many people that want to do that, but that don't have the chance, including me. I wanted to do that 2 years ago. I wanted to start actually with my lessons, but yeah, there is actually a problem, and I will need to do first a test. When I go to Asia again, that will be my medical test actually, because I think it has something to do with flying. So we will see if I am able to fly ever again. G77 in the sim, yes, definitely the cockpit feels really comfy. Not sure about the real life. I think it's pretty small. Yeah, yes, but in the sim it looks very nice. Night, did you have your vitamins already? Yes, it's already the same as my head, empty. And I don't find the airport. Really? I found it so difficult to locate the airport. Oh, MH. Is that the one I need? MH. Already forgot. LFMH. Where is it gone? Alright, it's always moving. MH. Okay, I've found it. It's always moving. Request full stop landing Saint-Étienne. We are at 15,000 feet. Runway 35, so okay, that will be fine. Runway 35. So at Malat we need to be at 5,700 feet. If we don't make that, then we need to dive. Elliot, at GH77, are you talking about the Cessna 152? Yes, we are talking about that one. So I was... You didn't keep up the chat. Elliot, don't send the link I gave you to anyone, please. Oh, of course not, mate. Of course not. So yes, the 152 for the unlisted video. Well, I just keep it for myself, mate. I will not send that to anyone. So we need to go actually to 225 knots. And Elliot loves that plane, really. I can imagine that. Last summer I wanted to fly with my son in a Cessna or in an ultralight, but yeah, we didn't have a chance. So Elliot, you probably predicted that I would say that. Yes, of course. Of course. So actually it's your first plane where you fly with, I believe. And that first plane is always something special. You also flew the 172. But I think the first plane is always a bit special. So, yeah. Yes, I'm using the program page. So we can turn on the landing lights. We need to go that up, of course. There we go. And we need to descend faster. That's what we need. So we will slow down as well. There we go. And actually the maximum that you can go is 3000 feet a minute. That was I was reading actually about this plane. So we need to do that for now, because otherwise we will not make it. I'm talking too much. Knight, I think the lighter the plane, the more scary it is. Am I wrong? Well, that's the same thing that I think. But if you fly an ultra light, a week or two ago in Belgium, one crashed actually, but it was hanging on the parachute, so nobody got hurt. So that's actually a good thing, so you don't need to be scared as long as your parachute is working. So we slow down a bit. So I will already put the recording on, otherwise I will forget. There we go. And now we actually need to make a little bit of a left turn. There we go. And I will show the yoke as well. So we need to be at 4,800 feet. And actually I don't see anything anymore with this. and go to the legs page. Alright. So I believe we are good to go. And we need to use flaps, otherwise we will stall. We were about to stall. Now we need to locate. Oh, yeah, it's 77. It's very optimistic today. 99. We need to speed up. So we go to flap 30, lower the landing gear as well. And can we actually change this? I will try it again to see what it will do. And it does nothing. Alright. I'll nav. And where is the runway? There is the runway. So we need to go down as well. And then what else we need to do? Enough. Why that is not working? I think I forgot something. My autopilot is on. Yes. So Elliot, you said 58. Your landing last week was like 40. Oh, alright. If set autopilot pilot sync, no, I didn't set that. Do I need to do that? Not sure. Where's the runway? There is a runway. VS, yeah, but it's not working anymore because I think it's on like glide slope or something. Oh, not in the TMS. Okay, alright, no problem. Then we change that again. Okay. I will take just manual control, otherwise we do that, we crash into the mountain. There we speed up as well. Alright, I need to map a button. So we go to flaps 40. Actually I forgot to do how I did it last time with RNAV, and we are too slow. So make a little bit faster landing, because I think it goes just smoother. Afterburner is a sync in control settings, okay. So that's why my speed brakes were out. So we prepare for a landing, And actually I needed to put on the fasten seatbelt sign and also this button. Okay, and there, now we are ready. So flaps are at 33, landing gear down, we have 3 green, and then we just need to keep an eye on our altitude, the runway, and our speed. That's everything. How difficult it can be. Seatbelt fastened. Well, I think that's the best you can do if you fly with me, because this plane is a bit difficult because I need my right hand for my throttle, my left hand for my yoke, and I also need my left hand for my steering when we touch down. So it's a bit tricky. 500. I need still a bit high, I think. So we'll do our best to have a soft landing and a smooth landing, of course. And, so welcome to Saint-Étienne, and this is the last time you will see a landing, probably.
50, 40, 30,
We are floating.
20, 10.
Landing time logged.
So, full on the brakes, speed brakes, open. So, there we go. Gliding night too fast. Well, I wanted to land a little bit faster than usual because I think it goes smoother for me, but not this time. So but you are saying that both that I'm too quick, but I cannot go slower than 125 because then I will stall. And I think I was around 150, 145 or something. 145.
Bitte bleiben Sie noch so lange geschnallt sitzen, bis wir hier unsere endgültige Position erreicht haben.
So flaps up,
Und die Anschnallzeichen
and then taxi lights
Bitte beachten Sie
on,
weiterhin
runway lights.
Verbot, bis Sie eine gekennzeichnete
We
Raumgrenze
can
erreicht
put
haben.
off. So we have someone in German speaking,
An dieser Stelle von Ihnen
especially for Dexter and GH77.
gewählt haben. Wir wünschen einen schönen, erfolgreichen Tag hier in Düsseldorf. Bis zu Ihrem
Düsseldorf? We are not in Düsseldorf.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Yes. Auf Wiedersehen. My German is not good. So we taxi to our gate. Actually, we don't have a gate here, but you will see. This is a freeware airport, so it's not a standard one. It's a freeware airport. It works perfectly. I have no issues, especially not with this plane. Only taking off here. It's yeah. So the correct answer for this flight was 1,500 meters. I told that already 2 times. So that is what the plane needs to take off. This runway here is 2,300 meter, around that. Maybe just a little bit shorter, but it's around that. So we have troubles to take off here. Elliot, nice flight. You are definitely better than me at flying this aircraft. Well, don't say that. You also know a lot about this plane, and last landing was very, very, very good. This landing was a little bit less good, but Sometimes I really mess up, but I'm also very motivated with this plane because I really like this plane. So I also hope they can change some things. The extra flaps for takeoff, maybe. Well, I was testing that today. Maximum flaps you can set for takeoff is 30, and then even then I just reached 125 knots indicated on this runway before we run out of runway. In the departure airport today, that was around 3,000 meters long, and we needed the full runway. Also flaps 30. Maximum flap is 33, but you cannot take off on 33. But also flaps 30 is way too much, I believe. I don't think they will in real life ever depart on flaps 30. I'm not sure, but that's what I think. So yeah, I try more flaps. Flaps 30 I need, because otherwise at flaps and I will show you the speeds when we park it. I can show you the speeds, what we need, what speed we need at flap 18, that's a minimum. Flap 24, that's the second flap setting, and what we need at on flap 30. And then after that I will show you the airport and the replay as well. And then also ONAIR company manager will close, so you park here somewhere, set parking brake, that's the other button. So thank you very much. So parking brake is set. Before we shut down, because I need to shut down the engines for ONAIR company, so I will set flaps at 18, so you will see flaps go to 18, and then I will set everything. We set it on take off. We can reduce the temperature a bit, because it's colder here. It's 27 or something, so 49 94.2, I think that's the maximum that you can set. Flaps 18, you click on this, then you set those things, and then you see that your takeoff speed is at 140, or just below. If you put it on flaps 24, and you can also follow it here on this side, flaps 24, we do the same. You see it's going down, so it's around 130, and then we flaps 30, and then you will see it change. That is actually the maximum that we can go. Like and now it says, because we are at 94 and now that's the maximum, so it will be around 125 something, because you need to see this one. So that's the minimum takeoff speed, 125. So if you do a takeoff config and I release the parking brake, so it don't give an alarm. If I put it now on flaps 33, yeah, and then we also adjust this, so there we go, and I do then put the parking brake off, and then it will give me a warning, because we are at flaps 33. So that is flaps 30 is actually the maximum that you can do. So we set parking brake, we turn off the engines, and then actually first I need to do the lights, otherwise I get penalty points, and then we go over to the replay. So strobe lights on, off, I mean, and then we can turn off our engines. So we got the fuel. Et voila.
The flight is finished. It has been monitored by ONAIR.
So that is that. And then we can also put off all the rest of the lightning lights. Okay, so that is that. Night and night for short runways, less than 6,500 feet, flap 30 is recommended. Yeah, but this runway is more than 6,500, so it's 7,500 feet, this runway. Yeah, so yep. So this runway is 7,500 feet, so 2,300 meters. Our departure airport was 3,000 meters. I don't know what that is in feet, but it was even longer, and I struggled with that on flaps 30. So I think that is not normal. So this is our airport, freeware airport, Saint-Étienne in France. So this is the terminal. It's a smaller airport, of course, and then we have something here as well. So, but I believe you saw the numbers also on 94.2. That's a maximum setting that you can, and then you just need a little bit more than 120 knots for minimum takeoff speed at flaps 30. The extra cool system actually checks those things. So this is the airport. It's actually nice, better of course than the standard one. You have some planes here as well, and then I think also here, as you can see. So it's actually a very nice airport. It's for free, so you can download it. The extra at 7,500 feet, the altitude will affect engine performance. Will it not? Yes, also temperature. So that's why you also need to change the temperature in your plane, because it's now set at 13 or something. Let's check, and that is no 10. So if you change that, you see, then it's also changing if you put it higher, and if I put it lower, I think so. 94.2 is the maximum that you can get, between 7 and 10 degrees. So that gives you the best performance for takeoff. So we saw the airport as well. We go over to the replay. We'll put the replay up. Also here we have landing rate was 1.30, landing G 1.06, landing speed 124. Actually that was pretty slow, if that is correct. So it gives all the numbers. There's also something very new in ONAIR company. So all those numbers, yep. And what else we need to do? We just show flight record. We can do that. And then I don't know how I need to go back. So that's event. So I get a taxi speed and stuff, all the warnings and bad stuff that we did during the flight. So yep. So this was ONAIR company. And actually I need to go back, and I don't know how. So here we go. That is all okay. So we have everything what we needed to see. and then we come to the main page, and then we go to our replay, and we are still recording. I already got almost a heart attack because I didn't it didn't show up. So Eurowings, there we go. So now the plane needs to reset, engines need to start, and we have a problem. We have a problem. It crashed. Shit. All right. What is it that changed the TGT then? I just saw it was set at something 700, usually a bit higher, I think. Just trying to understand it all myself. Well, TGT is actually when you are cruising at cruising altitude. You set it on TGT, and then they say actually you need to have the number between 600 and 700. But yeah, today I needed to go much higher. Also, it depends on the wind, I think, that you need to go higher or lower. But TGT is actually for your when you are cruising at cruising altitude, and then you set the number something between 600 and, yeah, today we even used 760. So, but that's for cruising, keeping your speed at cruising altitude. So yeah, GS77, bye bye Microsoft. Wait, let me see. Can we recover it? No. There we go. It's hang. So, no replay today. Very sadly, we have no replay because nothing is reacting anymore. Everything is blocked, so I can restart everything. So we have actually a nice picture here, but yes, my excuse for that, but I cannot show you the replay. It's recorded. Yeah, if you want to see it after or in another stream, I can have also the landing from when I was flying Brussels Airlines. I have also that landing. If you want to see that, then we also can do that in the next stream or something. I will keep those two. But it's now the second time I have that when there was more than one flight in it. So maybe I need to delete. But yeah, we'll see. But this is not working. I also need to check when it was when we had that other crash with the replay. Was it also with ONAIR? I don't know. I need to check. So anyway, we cannot continue like this, and there's a stupid mosquito here. So I want to thank everyone that joined us or me today. Also Dexter, thank you for subscribing again, and it's very nice to have you here. If you want to know something about flying, then ask the people in the chat, not me, because I don't know much. No, if you have questions, always try to help. Also the other people here in the chat also know a lot, so they always can help you. So, and yeah, thanks for watching. Knight the Night, also GH77, and Elliot. Thanks for watching. All the other people as well, thank you very much for watching and supporting me all the time, and also helping and giving information, always nice. So we know something about this plane. We know also about something about the Fokker and the history of Fokker, and don't be angry if I say Fokker, but that's just a name. So Dexter, till next time. See you, mate. Thank you very much. GH77, also for you, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Also, Knight the Night, see you next time, brother. And then also Elliot. So I hope I will watch your flight, of course, but I didn't get it yet, I think. Okay, so here's 77. Good night, good night, Elliot, good night, and Drexter, good night. All the rest also good night. And tomorrow we have another stream. We fly the what was it? Not a fly-by-wire. We fly tomorrow the Headwind A330-900, and we fly from China to Hong Kong. So yep, there's a flight for tomorrow. So the A330-900 Neo, that's the one that we fly. So until then, if you want to see that flight, be here tomorrow 9 o'clock in the evening. So alright, so thanks again, and see you later guys. Sleep well, and all the best. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.